Today's conference is organized so that everyone can also deeply understand the essence of what the prophets talked about, what they dreamed of. To understand that all of them spoke about the creative society. Now is the time to make the dream of our prophets come true. Dear brothers and sisters, all who are watching this conference now, you are the people who have already learned a lot and understood a lot, and now the responsibility to pass this information to other people, to share this conference further, is exactly in your hands. If we do not unite and do not build the creative society, then the worst scenario about which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned us will happen. All that we have seen and heard today is evidence that we are living in the end times. Also, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that the end times are not only harbingers of the day of judgment, but they are also times of the coming of Imam Mahdi and the choice of humankind. In his farewell message, the Prophet spoke of two Imams who the believers should follow. Right after himself, he left Ali. But for you and me, for the last people, the Prophet left guidance to follow Imam Mahdi. The Prophet said that both Ali and Imam Mahdi are from his house. And as we know, the Prophet's house is the world of Allah. The Prophet knew everything that would happen to his ummah, but he loved us all very much and pointed out exactly where we would find salvation. He said, "The stars offer security for the people of the earth against drowning, while my Ahl al-Bayt are the security of my nation against dissension. If a tribe from among the Arabs opposes them, it will become the party of Iblis." And also, the Prophet said, "The example of my Ahl al-Bayt, peace be upon them, within you is the example of the Ark of Noah. Within the nation of Noah, whoever boarded it was saved, and whoever stayed behind was destroyed." It is said that Imam Mahdi will establish the reign of God in the whole world. He will show everyone the proof of Allah's mercy, regardless of people's religion. He knows the essence of all scriptures because he is guided by Allah. Mahdi will restore justice and order all over the world. He will revive the Holy Quran and Sunnah, which have become lifeless among people. Mahdi will return true Islam to people in its purity. But, as it has been previously said, there is no mention of Mahdi in the Quran, because polytheists deliberately left no information about it. And now, many Muslims deny the appearance of Mahdi because nothing is said about him in the Quran. And in the Hadith, the slaves of Shaitan have distorted the information about Mahdi. Many blindly believe the scriptures, do not study, and do not want to understand where the truth is and where it is written by the polytheists. Thus, with regards to Mahdi, some Hadiths describe that he will allegedly be a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. But did the Prophet say that Mahdi would be from Arabs? No. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Allah would raise up a man from my family." And we would like to emphasize once again, "from my house" means from the world of Allah. Polytheists have changed not only the words of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, they have changed the very concept of even who Mahdi is and why he is coming here. For it was said that under Mahdi the world will change and all lies would be brought to light. This threatened the power of Omar and his followers. That's why there is nothing left in the Quran about Mahdi. Because the society Mahdi will bring is the opposite to what Umar and his followers built. Mahdi will bring a society of true Muslims that is built on love, not on double standards, deceit and manipulation. Because it is in such a terrible world that we'll now live. It's true, and the truth is alien to polytheism. polytheists. They have double standards. They are the followers of Shaitan. And in order to justify their actions, the polytheists have denigrated the image of Mahdi. They convince us that Imam Mahdi will come to start a war and kill all infidels. But it is said that Imam Mahdi is the loving one and that he will come for all people. And first of all, Imam Mahdi will purify the truth, which was brought by our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. The prophecies of Islam say that what Mahdi will face will be worse than what the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, encountered from the people of Jahiliyyah, times of ignorance. And when Qayyim comes, people will interpret the Quran against him and argue with him through the Quran. That is, in arguing with him, they will refer to the Quran that was distorted by Umar and his henchmen. We are now in an even more deplorable state as a society than we were under the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The coming of Imam Mahdi is a very important, life-changing event for the entire Ummah. Today, it is important for us not to make a mistake. It is important to make the only right choice that will save the whole of humanity, to follow Imam Mahdi. Imam Mahdi is the sun that has risen over mankind, illuminating the path of those walking towards Allah and bestowing his rays upon us even in times of his concealment.